Alright guys, I've got to make this quick. Trey's gonna find me if I stay here too long, so let's get this over with. It's just 1 cent time. So far here on Just 1 Cent, you've seen us cover TV shows and movies, but now it's time for the remix! Today I want to talk about Trip Lee's new album, The Waiting Room, that came out on December 9th. As normal, Trip keeps it clean and relevant while he's also discussing while he discusses several topics that are relevant to the current society, whether they're controversial or not. Of the several things that he addresses on this album, he talks about the fears and problems that come with racial prejudice. To me, Trip Lee has a very special point of view when it comes to racial prejudice. He's a black man married to a white woman raising mixed kids. So his point of view about how society seems to take over these matters is really interesting and really pertinent. In the song IDK, that means I don't know. He talks about being impatient and waiting on God and how hard and taxing that can be when it comes to being a believer. Moving on to the next song, Ready, he addresses living without his father. This is perhaps my favorite song on the CD when it comes to lyrical content, and it also has a really cool connection with a previous song on a previous record. The song talks about life and death from the Christian perspective, and it also features an artist by the name of Dimitri McDowell, who is also in Sweet Victory from the previous record, which was also probably my favorite song due to lyric content on that album. Several songs on the record, such as Still Unashamed and Money Up, talk about temptation both inside and outside of the industry. The other prevailing theme that emerges in this album, besides the problems that he addresses, is the concept of holding on to certain aspects of life. In the opening track, Clouds, he talks about how we chase our dreams, yet we should run all our dreams past God to see if it's His will first. In the first single released from the album, Too Cold, which perhaps is my favorite by sound, he talks about remaining and holding on to our faith in God, being firmly planted, being too cold that it's too hard to move. The last aspect of life that he talks about is staying unashamed in the song titled Still Unashamed. It's kind of hard to figure that one out. Which features Tadashi. He's always a great feature, and I'm glad to have him on this album as well. Lastly, from the album, I want to talk about my favorite lines, both the serious and the wordplay. When it comes to the serious side of things, my favorite line is when he said, "Don't dwell on the past unless it's Golgotha," reminding us that we shouldn't worry about what's behind us, we just need to remember Jesus. As for the wordplay, my favorite line from the entire record is when he said in Too Cold, describing how cold he was, that he was blue still, never Ben Stiller. Which means, you know, because Zoolander, Ben Stiller, he's too cold, so he's like blue steel, but blue steel was you get it. And if you'd like to check this album out for yourself, there's several places you can listen to it, whether Spotify, Apple Music, and if you felt like paying for it, like I did, you can buy it on Apple iTunes or Google Play. All those links are below. And if you'd like some extra content, you can check out Trip Lee's commentary himself over at genius.com. That link is below as well. Alright guys, that's it for this episode of Just 1 Cent, but I think I hear Trey coming, so I've got to go.